Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Vampyr. I'm here with BringItDon, and we are going to go back and talk to Sean Hampton. Here we are, still in the sewers. I'm going to go through that other sewer entrance I had found. Because the way up there next to that, you know what, I'm checking here one more time. I feel like I missed something in here. Oh, I did grab some things. Most things, even. Was there something in here I didn't grab? Supremacy of Econs. I want to learn more about the Volcod, because that's what Fergus was. Just a giant brute of a man vampire. It's very intimidating. In the last episode, she said to follow the arrows, yeah, to find the other way out. It's up here? Yeah, these arrows. Alright. So I already turned that. That's what allowed me to open this door in the first place. So if I would have found the way in here previously, I wouldn't have been able to gone through because it would have been flooded. Because I didn't have access to that that valve that I turned when I opened up this door the first time. That's neat. I mean, not neat. I mean, it's just it's level design. Not there's anything spectacular about it one way or the other. I can't dash here.
It's locked, all right.
This is Sean Hampton's place. He's got all this going on right here. Well, if I killed him, I could gain access to his wardrobe.
Welcome back, Dr. Reid. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reid, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the skals, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reid. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both skals and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned skal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger skals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of His divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
Let's simply agree that all are one and the same. In death, I mean.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Hint. What hint don't I have? Sorry, my friend, but no. I don't trust him.
I really would like to believe your fairy tale. The good ghoul feeding upon the flesh of the dead. But I'm all out of innocence.
Do you question my faith, Dr. Reid?
Do you remember William? Oh, how his admiration for you was exceeded only by his hunger.
May his soul rest in peace.
A night will come, and you will suffer the same hunger. Someone who trusts you completely, a friend, will die never to wake.
You confuse your voracious appetite with my itchy hunger. I would never kill a friend, nor an innocent.
I believe you've discovered our defining difference.
No! No! Ah! I did! Ah!
I wonder what that third option was. Because if you remember, I had the third option with Dorothy, but it ended up biting me in the butt. This one didn't look like there was a. Maybe if I spared him, it would have been okay. But he seemed like he was on the brink of breaking. I got a key. It's probably for that thing in here. Here, scream. Oh, 350 shillings. I'm sitting on a lot of experience as well.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Why would he have that?
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
One of these girls, is it Giselle? Yeah.
You again?
Giselle, tell me about the death of your mother.
Excuse me.
After our father died, Mother worked so hard she made herself sick. We spent all the money we had on useless drugs and doctors. It was hell.
Hell? What do you mean?
The three of us were exhausted and desperate. And when I'm desperate, I tend to get angry. And I'm hard to live with. Lottie said I killed Mother.
You should talk to your sister. Whatever happened when your mother died, the truth lies somewhere between your two versions.
I don't want to talk about that. It was years ago. We Paxton sisters are tough. We don't apologize.
Giselle, I know you sleep at Sean Hampton's shelter. What can you tell me about him?
He provided a roof for me and my sister. I am grateful, of course. But he gives me the creeps.
Why is that?
He's always sad. Like he's about to cry. He's always asking us to get closer to God. To give ourselves to the Lord. Creepy.
Okay.
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money too?
Yes. Here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Okay. Well.
Well, I'll leave you.
Glad.
Goodbye,
I asked them about what happened here, but I doubt they saw anything. That's why I have to go search the flat. I'm actually gonna go level up first, and I'm gonna see how killing yet another pillar will affect the community. I could give her something for a headache. I forgot about her. Everyone there is okay. That guy I couldn't get to. It required mesmerized level 3, and go talk to that guy finally. Alright. Well, first things first, let's level up. And then I'll worry about treating the people that need to be treated. So I'm sure there'll be more the following night. Alright. Level up. 9,000 experience. Alright. So let's see. More healing. What are my options for healing? You trade more blood to heal yourself instantly and gain additional boost to your health regeneration. 200 healing right off the bat, 250. Trade the instant health gain for greater regeneration. Okay. Let's see, I can upgrade Shadow Mist as well for 3,000. Shadow Explosion has increased range and damage. Shadows will pull in a single place. All targets within this area are struck constantly by slithers of darkness, causing them to bleed. The vampire will directly absorb the blood from the wounds. Oh, that sounds pretty good. That's 30 shadow damage per second. This is just 400 shadow damage. I'd rather have the burst. Let's upgrade this. Oh, 550. I can upgrade it again. Do I want a big old nuke, or do I want to concentrate on... Let's see, I can probably upgrade Spring. Oh, that's neat. If they're already stunned, embrace them automatically. Do damage around me. Costs 1,000 though. I can get an ultimate. Alright, what do we got here? You lose control, let the beast take over for a short time. The beast teleports itself to all enemies around you and strikes them with furious blows. That sounds really cool. Abyss. You create a shadow vortex at your target's feet, coming to life. The shadows interrupt an enemy in the area and inflict tremendous damage. You have 600 damage. You focus your power to boil your target's blood, causing it to violently explode, dealing damage to the target and anything nearby. I'm gonna go with this. I think Abyss. I don't know, this one sounds cool, but it doesn't do nearly as much damage. So then I'm gonna do this. Yeah, because it goes up to 2,000 damage. That's bonkers. 720. I get up to 950. Requires level 20 though. I cannot get it up to 950. %1,000% damage for biting. That's pretty crazy. This would be nice for my shotgun. Grab a couple of these. It's only costs 1,000. Why not? 1,500. I could increase my stamina instead for 1,000. Then it costs another 1,000, so I can upgrade this instead. More bullets. All right, I'm feeling pretty confident about all that. No, I want to confirm. All right, so what's going on here? Death of the Sad Saint. Murder of Sean Patrick Hampton, founder of the Hampton Asylum and renowned benefactor of the East End. A parishioner who had come for the morning mass found Sean at 6 a.m. Police are currently investigating the crime. You know what? I don't regret it. Oh man. Everybody needs to be fixed up. This place is still a-okay. Only 2 people need to, well, 3 people need to be treated there. They might take care of this stuff. Let's run around and treat everybody, get some more experience, and I might be able to level up again. So they're right outside the night asylum. I don't remember where she lived at. Oh, she was inside that like apartment complex. All right, let's get around and start treating people. Hold on, that's actually what I need. Fatigue, migraine, headache, anemia, cold. Cold, migraine. That should be alright. I don't have any for anemia. I think there's 2 anemia. Heyo, regeneration serum. There's a couple migraines as well. Alright, let's see about treating people. Huh.
You.
Did you see...
No, I didn't.
Really?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men.
Do
Okay.
you need...
I'm
I don't...
all right.
Well,
Alright, you're hooked up for now.
Glad to.
That's
Do
not
you
what I meant
need-
to
I
do.
can.
goodbye, Miss...
Alright, so they're both recovering. I don't know where that other guy's gonna be at. Throgmorton or whatever his name is. Oh, Ronnie Grader's here. Let's go talk to him. Wherever he's at. There he is.
Good evening, sir. I'm glad to see you safe.
I am not safe. I should never have come back here. My life is in danger. I know it.
You're much safer here than in that contaminated area.
Bullets kill people quicker than diseases and epidemics, Dr. Reid.
What can you tell me about this district?
The East End Docks only knows one rule. Dog eat dog, and blood calls for blood. The gang will have their revenge on me one way or another.
What can you tell me about the locals?
Most people would say that Sean Hampton and Tom Watts are good men who try to sort things out. But for me, the real boss around there was my best friend, Jack Gillingham.
Jack Gillingham, you say?
Everyone round there knew Jack. He was a rock. A mountain even. He feared nothing.
Good for him.
Do you have recent news of Sean Hampton's shelter?
He has been killed, you know. First Jack, now Sean. Someone is targeting the good souls of the dogs.
Your friend Jack has something to do with you fleeing to the contaminated area where I found you. I want to know more.
Jack is dead. That's all you need to know. Dead because of me. So much violence. So much sorrow. All of that because I refuse to be insulted again.
No man can predict the exact outcome of his actions. It's the curse we have to live with. We can only gamble and do what we think is best.
Perhaps you're right. The district was doomed before I was born. But I cannot stop myself thinking that Jack died for me.
Why do you say that?
After I killed that gang member, the wet boot boy suspected Jack. And being loyal and all, he did not refute the accusation.
You are not going to spend the rest of your life hiding, Rodney. What are you planning to do?
Honestly, I have no idea. How am I supposed to live while so many have suffered because of me?
Only you can answer that question. But one thing is certain. Since you owe Jack your life, I think it's fair to live it in a way that would make him proud.
That's the kind of thing Jack could have said, Dr. Reid. Thank you for that. I believe you're a good guy too.
The death of your friend has affected you deeply, hasn't it?
Jack Gillingham was the real deal. He believed we could change the world if we were united and focused enough. And he brought out the best in each of us.
You're right. He died to save you. That alone gives me an idea of the kind of man he was.
He was the bravest. And no one dares to say openly that he got killed by those bastards.
Your friend's plan was audacious, if not reckless. No one stands up by themselves to a gang like the Wet Boot Boys.
How dare you say that? You
I just went back to what I just said.
Goodbye.
Alright. Let's go talk to what's her face. Can I get in here this way? Yeah.
Good evening, Miss.
Of course.
I'm just here to treat your sickness.
Sir, I've never.
Do you
Thank.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's get out of here. Wait a second. Have I been in here? How'd I miss that? Alright. Stella Fishburne, so she's being treated. The guys at the turquoise turtle need to be treated. And they're all on the other side of this area. Let's see if I go... I believe I can leave this way and get there. Yeah, if I go... I gotta fight my way back through these guys, but that's fine. I enjoy the combat, so...
Get them weapons ready! We found one!
Oh, wow. Hey. I can't dodge backwards. Yeah, definitely need to upgrade that healing. Ichabod's right on the other side of this. How do I get over there?
This is despicable.
What's he over here doing?
Good evening, Mr. Throg.
Dr. Reid.
Did you...
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a...
Oh.
Why is it that you sound...
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done...
Who? Well, a vamp...
Do you need...
Actually, I may. Thank you.
Okay.
Goodbye.
It's an odd place for him to be. Why is he back here? I don't know, this is right next to that place anyway, so never mind, it's fine. He's still safe. I thought maybe he'd gone crazy and I need to kill him. Ah, do I want to go that way? No, I want to get across the bank real quick because I want to. Go fix up the rest of these people. Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna do another playthrough and try and save everybody. Oh, this is that old man that I saved.
Good evening, sir. I'm amazed you made it back to the docks alone. Good for you.
Well, I could say the same about you, young man. More to the point, who the hell are you?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
And I am Archer Woodbead. Please excuse my assertiveness. I often forget I'm just an old prune.
Do you have an...
In my day, the Wet Boot Boys would have hunted down the scum who murdered the sad saint. Then I would have had my justice.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
People used to feel safe around here. They had the gangs protecting them. Now all they do is bicker and plot against one another.
Missing the good old days, are you not?
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less meaning your existence will have. You need to remember the days you still had beliefs.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people trusted the wet boot boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member.
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
If you were such a respected figure, surely you have many interesting stories about this part of town.
You bet I do, but make no mistake. I'm no rat, sir. Some secrets are best left buried.
Do you still know anyone? From the old days, I mean.
Most of them are dead. I still give Miss Gillingham salutations. She doesn't remember me. She did once like me. Boy, she was a beauty back then.
Who would you trust around here?
The owner of the Turquoise Turtle's a decent fella. Tom's his name. Sean Hampton's all right too. Don't particularly share his religious views. He's quite devout if you catch my meaning.
Any remarkable new faces around here?
Nobody. Well, there's that boy Rufus the Curse. I like him, despite the reputation he's made since his parents died. Poor little bastard.
I'm sure a district as colorful as the docks must have plenty of stories about strange visitors and creepy characters.
So, you want me to talk about the sewer dog, don't you?
If you don't mind.
The sewer dog is a bitch. Appropriately named. An old woman dressed in rags. She has an elegance, though. Despite her ugliness. I saw her once. Scared the life out of me.
So he's talking about old Bridget.
Have you always been so bitter?
It's not bitterness, it's poorly masked disgust. When everything turns to shit, we all have to eat a spoon or two.
With everything that's happened recently, the war, Spanish flu, I must concede that these are difficult times.
A few nights ago, I saw a kid eating a rat. He was right in front of one of those abandoned houses nearby. Just chewing on a living rat's insides.
Tell me everything you know about the Guard of Priwen.
Andrew never told me what they do. I do know they're vigilantes with military training. Access to some impressive firepower.
And what is your personal opinion about the Guard, then?
This Guard of Priwen is just another gang preying on the young and naive. Preying on people like my boy. I know how it works. I invented it.
Tell me about the Wet Boot Boys, Archer. I want to know more.
We were there for the families and each other. It was us against the world. We were vicious, tough, even cruel. But we were united.
You sound like you were some kind of radical union member.
Yes, nowadays the communists and gangs squabble over pointless territory. Sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Why did your son really join the Guard of Priwen?
If I believed in a higher power, I'd see this as punishment for my own sins. I deserve it for all the young men I enlisted back in the day.
You don't believe in God, though, do you, Mr. Woodbead? So why did he join?
Now I think about it, Andrew joined the Guard, not to defy me, but to follow in my footsteps, to make me proud.
So your son has left you nothing to explain?
Not even a note.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Let's go heal up these guys in here, or girl and guy. Then I'm gonna go find Stella, heal her up, and then I'm probably gonna call an episode. I'll go heal the people that are in Whitechapel.
Welcome back.
Do you need...
Off camera.
Goodbye.
See those wet boot boys get what's coming to them. You still working?
Do you require medical...
Don't feel...
Goodbye.
Alright, actually I'm gonna call it here, and the next episode we'll probably continue the main quest. I don't think I have any investigations going on, do I? Have this guy. Oh yeah, I'll go talk to this guy in the next episode. That'll be where I start off in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all there.